Hi everyone, my name's Shane, welcome to the channel, and today I wanted to share this leather half case that I got for the Leica M2. Here you can see in the really bright red colour, which I wasn't too sure whether I'd love it or not, but now that I've got it on the grey M2, I really like the colour and think it contrasts quite well with the grey of the camera. This case is made by Angelo Pell or Angelo Pelle, not quite sure how to pronounce it, but I'll include a link to the website. Yeah, I obviously paid for this with my own money and no sponsorship or anything like that, but wanted to share the case because I think the quality that you get for the money is actually really outstanding, and the craftsmanship is just beautiful, and the leather used, etc. yeah, is really nice. So let's take a closer look at this case. So here's the leather case on the Leica M2. You see the beautiful bright red color against the gray finish, but I will show inside the leather case and the suede inside, which is actually a gray color too. And that is one of the reasons I selected this particular case, to match the gray paint Leica M2. And with this particular silk strap, with some of those bright colors, it does match quite well. But you can see overall it doesn't add too much bulk to the camera. The quality of the leather is just beautiful. You can tell just the quality and the craftsmanship, like all the stitching and the fit, like it fits perfectly. Like you can just see it matches really well. I think this particular case will fit any of the M film bodies from the Leica M2 to the Leica M6. One thing you have to be mindful of is just checking which kind of cutout style you go for, because if your camera has a self timer, which the M2, the M3 and the M4 might have, then this case isn't going to fit because the self timer will sit down here, so you're just going to be mindful of that. But there is a version on the website that has the cutout for the self timer, so that would be the option if you actually have a film camera with the self timer, so look out for those options. But yeah, I'll show you the case off the camera. Just get it off, which isn't too tricky, but just kind of obviously unbuckle it over the strap lugs and then kind of make its way out. Put the M2 to the side. But yeah, here you can see the beautiful suede interior, and I think this is important as well because you want to be protecting your camera. And yeah, it's really soft interior, so nothing there is going to scratch or cause any issues to the body of the camera. But yeah, I just love the contrast of the red with the grey, and that's probably what prompted me to get this one, to match the grey M2 with the grey interior. I think every one of the cases might be a bit different with the color combination of the suede and the leather, so yeah, definitely have a look on the website and see what might appeal to you. But yeah, I liked this one, which had the grey finish inside as the bottom. Again, you see the really fine craftsmanship with all the stitching and the logo. It does have a bit of a base inside, so it is quite firm on the bottom, so I think that's great if you're putting the camera down on any harder surfaces. You've got actually a fair bit of cushioning. You can see when the camera sits in there, it's probably a couple of mil down the bottom where it sits above this part. So yeah, there is a firm base layer, but it is quite light. I did weigh this, it actually weighs 60 grams. So 60 grams on its own, so it's not going to add too much weight to the camera. The leather's reasonably firm, but you can see it will soften up over time, and I think it will have a nice feel to it. Obviously this one's quite a smooth leather. Others have a bit more texture, especially if it's a lizard or alligator skin, but this one's a calf skin and quite smooth. But on the camera it was actually quite a nice grip, and certainly not going to slip or anything like that when you're holding the camera. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed having a closer look at this leather case for the Leica M2. Obviously would fit any of the film cameras from the Leica M2 to the Leica M6, but you will have to watch out for the self timer. If your camera has a self timer, this particular case design won't fit. but there is an option on the website for Leica cameras that do have the self-timer. It has a different cut here on the actual case to fit those cameras, but that's just something to be aware of if your camera has the self-timer, which this one doesn't. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that look at the bright red case, and yeah, we'll catch you in the next video. Happy shooting, everyone.